A healer's job is to heal people's wounds and soothe their hearts. When I was injured and crying alone in the middle of the woods, the one who saved me was a gentle healer. The medicinal herbs she used burned as they soaked into the wound, but she consoled me until all of my tears had dried. Even when she learned I was a witch, her attitude toward me never changed. She also taught me something very important. Anyone who gets injured feels pain, be they witch or not. That became my life's motto. I want to help people in need, just like what she did for me. To be someone who wraps all wounded hearts in love. That is the kind of healer I aspire to be. After being saved by that healer, I became her apprentice and learned healing techniques of all sorts. As my master wasn't a witch, she couldn't use magic. But when she saved my life, her warm hands felt just like magic to me. I believed this was where my power as a witch could finally be of use. Despite my optimism, though, there were times I felt using my power was unfair. I could perform even the most complex healing techniques in an instant, while everyone else had to put in so much work. But my master told me this: with your magic, even more people can be saved. Treasure it dearly, YUNI. That's when I realized the person with the most prejudice against witches was none other than myself. Witch or not, it makes no difference. I'll heal everyone with this power of mine. Before I knew it, the time had come for me to make it on my own. The time for me to go out on my healer's journey. But all that stood in the back of my mind was doubt. I couldn't even lift my head, let alone set out on a journey. Seeing me like that, my master said in a kind yet stern voice, "From this day forth you will learn many things in this vast world of ours, and save countless lives. So lift your head up at once, YUNI the healer." That's right. There are people in this world waiting for my help. I'd become a healer to save those very people. Right. I'll be going then, Master. As those words left my lips, I broke into a sprint without turning back even once. From this day forward, meetings and endings will continue with each new person I meet. I'll have to bear the pain of every goodbye. I'm sure the only comfort I'll find is in my own memories. That's why I won't look back anymore. From then on, I traveled from nation to nation. If I came across someone sick or injured, I would soothe their pain with magic. There were those who feared me because of my magic, but once I had healed them, they all thanked me. That alone was rewarding enough. I showed them that magic wasn't something just to harm. Like medicinal herbs, it could be used as a poison or a salve. By using my power as a witch for good, perhaps someday, even the witch hunt may come to an end. Then, the hearts of both people afraid of witches and witches afraid of the church can be healed. That was what I believed back then. I thought that as long as I wished to heal the injured, things would turn out all right. But the world wasn't so simple. Don't get any closer, you filthy witch! How many times does that make, I wonder? As the fervor of the witch hunt grew, so too did everyone's caution towards witches. More and more patients interrupted or simply refused my healing. I had prepared myself for such prejudice, but no, I can't let it get to me. If a healer gives up, no one can be healed. I need to stay strong. I know. As long as I hide the fact that I'm a witch, there's still a way I can heal people. That idea was what led me to start healing people without the help of magic. I only use my magic for good, so why should I have to hide it? Thoughts like those crossed my mind more times than I could count, but I desperately tried to drown them out by focusing solely on my healing. There were many people who would have healed faster with my magic, but there was no other way. After all, witches are... One day, there was a big landslide in a village I happened upon. More than half of the victims were heavily wounded, including the knights who had come to rescue them. I can't heal this many people at once. The victims are already at death's door. But if I use magic, I can still save them. With your magic, even more people can be saved. As if scolding me for hesitating, the words of my master floated to the back of my mind. I am a healer. I came here to relieve the pain of the people. That's why... I used my magic, all with the intention of saving those who were suffering. Thank goodness, I saved them before it was too late. But everyone was staring at me with fear in their eyes. Just like how I knew they would. But it doesn't matter. Doing nothing at all would have felt much worse. So, it's all right. Steeling myself, I held out my hands to a knight lying in the rubble. But he simply clasped them as though to console me and said, "Thank you." When I raised my head, I saw everyone was looking at me with warmth in their eyes. No one seemed afraid. What? Why? I'm a witch. There is no evil witch bringing harm to the people here. Only a benevolent saint blessing us with a miracle. I really do have a lot to learn. Deep down, I knew that not everyone could possibly see me as a monster, but because I'm a witch, I just gave up. If I give up, though, I can't save the ones who need me most. I need to be strong enough to face whatever may come. I won't waver any longer, both as a witch and as a healer. I'll be all right. After all, the world is filled with so much warm, gentle light.